Absolutely time for the Vodafone View. And you know, first of all, I just want to say the boys are back in town. The boy is back in town. I'm standing here with Sponge himself. Chad, talk to me about what's going on right now.
Mate, the crowd is nuts already, and that game hasn't even kicked off yet. So I hope we're going to blow the roof off in a minute, boys.
There it is. Okay. I think they're feeling it, Chad, but this quarterfinal, it's poised to be action-packed.
Yeah, look, Renegades, you know, they got through by beating FaZe. The other matches don't matter, but that match right there, JKS was the absolute hero. You can see some of his numbers on screen. You know, there's 9 sets of multi-kills. I think the clutches there is a standout for him, and the opening frags is insane.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about Rops. You know, he's been an up-and-comer for quite a while now, but this guy has definitely proved that they deserve to be here. Mousesports is one of those teams that's putting it all together. They're trying to find the correct piece, to find the correct path, but they're certainly on their way. We can look at these numbers on his side, and I mean, the kill streaks or whatever, you know, hey, they're right alongside, they're right on par. But the clutches, I don't know, JKS seems to have that one.
Yeah, that's what Juzzy's known for, and he's done it time and time again. If he can do it here in front of the home crowd, it's going to light him up. But that AWPing that he had on train against FaZe was insane. We're going to need more of that double AWPing today if Renegades want any chance to make it to the semis.
You know, they don't call him a savage for nothing, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, he's always been that way, you know. He doesn't say much, but he'll clutch you day in, day out.
His entire life. Justin Savage, everyone make some noise for the Renegades. There they are. Let's go ahead and kind of look at the team right now. And, you know, if you're in their heads, what are you thinking, Chad?
Mate, you said before, I got goosebumps. I can't imagine what they're feeling right now. I think, you know, being in front of the home team, getting to this finally, it's going to be something special, and I just want to get it underway.
Getting it underway, I think we're right on the edge of that. Let's take a look at some of the polls, though. We did ask you to get involved at home using hashtag PlayFaster. And let's just see how those results turned out. I think that's exactly where we stand, Chad.
Oh, I guess, you know, some people have some faith in the Renegades.
I don't think the home crowd likes that one too much, Chad. Yeah, judging by what I'm hearing, I don't think they like that one at all. But the Renegades, you know what? If they're going to do it, this is the time, this is the place. Trying to find their way to the semis. Can they do it, Chad?
I believe in the Renegades. I don't know about everyone else in here, but...
I'm pretty sure that just about does it. Let me get one. Ozzy. There we go. Let's go ahead and kick it down, and we're going to enjoy the view.
Today went really well. We hit our shots. Everything went well, yeah. And we only lost to Australis, and I think they are currently the best team in the world. Everyone else we played, we had pretty confident games. We didn't drop our map against anyone else. Well, I think we're the team to deliver because we are extremely good right now. We're like at our peak right now, and we just can show what we're made of.
In the first place, we're very happy to be here in Australia. 3 of our players is from Australia, so it feels like a home country for them, of course. Really excited that we made the playoffs, and really looking forward to playing the arena. Pretty sad about our performance versus Tyloo. I think we should be able to beat them most of the time. So at the moment, it's pretty bad, but we're of course looking forward to the arena.
We haven't analyzed them that much yet, obviously. We'll take a look into that in our preparation. They are a good team, they made it here. They haven't gone to big playoffs in a big tournament so far, and especially at their home crowd, that will be really good for them.
They looked a bit shaky, but we know they have like super good players, so it's gonna be a super hard game anyway.
We've had the crowd against us a lot of the times, most recently when we won in Kiev, the star ladder. We're getting used to it, and we're not putting our mind to it, and it doesn't affect us that much. We're pretty confident that we can definitely take it.
People are home in their own country, very comfortable, really want to play in front of the crowd and see the reaction when they enter the stage. It's going to be amazing.
You can feel it in the arena right now. Quarterfinal 2 of this here at IEM Sydney 2018 here in the Qudos Bank Arena. And last year was a great tournament. We've talked about that loads, but it missed an Australian team on the big stage. That's what we needed. Chad talked about it. In fact, it's going to be Chad's old team coming up here. Are we ready for the second quarterfinal? Are we ready? So then let's get it on. The second quarterfinal, it's a best of 3. This could be a massive watershed moment. Please welcome Mousesports and Renegades! On my right, we have a team in Mousesports. They've come out of the shadow phase. They are they are contenders in their own rights. To the left-hand side, we have a team that's not just from this country, it's representing this continent. They are ready here to play for you. They might be slight underdogs in the eyes of some people watching this, but hometown support means everything. So then, Sydney, the Qudos Bank Arena, who's winning this? Is it Mousesports? Is it the Renegades? I'm sorry, that was too close to call. Who's winning this? Is it Mousesports? Or is it the Renegades? So let's get it on. The second quarterfinal is Mousesports taking on the Renegades. Bring it on!
I have no idea how those players plan to compose themselves as they go and try and do something they've done thousands of times before, but this time with home support like very few teams get to experience. It is one of those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities, and the Renegades now walked through that Qudos Bank Arena. The final setups, the final fist bumps and everything else before you get yourself in. Kassad, the coach, is now going to round them up, and this, Yanko, is where he has to somehow get that adrenaline out of their systems.
Listen, there's two ways Renegades can take this. You know, they can try to calm themselves down, you know, get that cool head coming into the game, or they can just say, screw it, let's ride this wave, let's go, let's come out. You know, they're starting on the T side. On the first map, they can go and start with a very fast pace, be super aggressive. We've seen previously that Mousesports can crumble at times, right? When things don't start going their way, sometimes games snowball out of their control. Now, it's still going to be Mirage, hard to happen there, but you never know.
You never know, and I mean, if ever you wanted momentum, if ever you wanted a chance for Renegades, I suppose coming in with that flair and being able to take a team that have very rarely conceded on this map in an offline environment. Mousesports, their Mirage is impenetrable, Sniper.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as saying it's impenetrable. Other teams have done it, but they're of the caliber of teams like Na'Vi and Astralis. I think, you know, leaning back on some older games that Renegades have had where, you know, they've beaten Fnatic on Mirage, albeit very closely, but that's still something to lean back on and say, look, we've gone to this level and we can do it again. And as you were saying, Yanko, definitely if they can play off the crowd and they get a few clutches behind them and they make sure that they're composed so they don't get anti-ecoed, I think that is where they will be able to get on top of Mouse.
And that's my fear. When you say ride that wave, it's the composure that I worry would go along with it. Though riding the wave, though that aggression is good, some bloodlust, throw it all in there, it's being able to keep your cool in the situations that require it, being able to be composed and be unwilling to bend the knee to that Mousesports.
100%, but the same applies for Mousesports.
Yeah.
You know, they did perform well at, you know, some tournaments, winning Star Series, right? That was a small arena, you know, it was like 200, 300 people in that arena cheering for Na'Vi. V4 in Hungary, really a, you know, neutral crowd. Playoffs in Marseille, again, a neutral crowd, losing to Na'Vi there. This is a massive crowd and a hostile crowd.
Yeah.
You know, what happens when you lose a 1v1 to, let's say, Jackass and the crowd goes wild, and that was him outplaying you, outsmarting you, and you're Oscar maybe, and you're sitting there, you're already struggling with confidence. That just take you all the way down, right? We heard it from the Chris J interview. That's been a problem for them for this particular roster. So it's going to be very interesting to see if Mousesports start losing 3-0, 5-0, can they pick themselves up?
Especially if the chants start coming out as well, like too old, go home, something like that.
Oh,
who knows what could happen?
What are you starting, Sniper? What are you crafting, you wicked man? But yes, it is a fairy tale for the Renegades. And on the other side of that fairy tale are the villains. Mousesports, a team that have looked so very good at times. And it's a question of whether they can bring that style, that pizzazz that we know them for. Chris J, you can see on your screens there, the leader. He has got so much experience. And now he's going to try and get his ragtag squad to that semi-final. Expectations for this one, Mirage does seem to be our analyst pick for Mousesports, but then things get interesting. Inferno, Train, it's all going to be down to the Renegades. What kind of resistance can they put up? Your final words, Ian.
Well,
Renegades,
look,
the boys, you want to get the chant going, get that crowd going?
I would like to get the chant going if it isn't an Aussie, 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 but I guess we could do an Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Okay, let's hear it. Teach us how it's done.
Well, I think we'll go with Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
We'll leave it there.
Who was that? Was that you, Alex?
Fantastic. The casters are ready.
Don't stop.
Jordan, Tim, take it away. I know you're going to have fun with this one.
Thank you very much, Alex. Yes, we certainly are. Renegades and Mousesports on map number 1, Mirage. Renegades starting off on the T side here, Tim. They've got a little bit of utility to work with and heading towards the B bomb side, but Stico will draw the first blood, immediately traded out by JKS, but there's a push from the underpass, and Mousesports, they might have just outflanked Renegades.
The double flank comes through, 2 players waiting in market, and now Renegades, they can get the bomb down, but the utility has been dropped. Mousesports have the advantage coming into this one. 2 players on flank, 2 watching the cross, and it's JKS to bring it into a 3 versus 3.
Jacob gets dropped though by Rops, and now it's all just on to Azar in the 1 versus 3, slowly working his way through the market. The bomb not really planted too easily for him, but the CTs have no idea where he is. In the end, the defuse is on, and Chris J shuts down Azar. Mousesports to play the villains have picked up the first round here of our quarterfinal.
And it's a quick flank from Mousesports, 2 throughout the window into underpass, into apps, that shuts down the Renegades there. But this is Mousesports' map pick. We are in a best of 3. There's a lot of Counter-Strike yet to be played. However, Mousesports, as much as this arena might not like it, they've started off the right way.
They have indeed, but the bomb did go down there for the Renegades, so at least a bit of a silver lining coming out of our first round for the Aussie boys. And we'll be able to save through this round and go for the AKs next round.
That will indeed be the plan. So now, if the bomb goes down here, that's a bit of extra money for them. 800 extra per player. That's some extra utility in the next round if they can get it, but it's only the Glocks and the single PT-50 to make it work with. And on Mousesports, there's a lot of guns up, a lot of rifles.
Got a couple of players over towards the B apartments here for Renegades. Could potentially be a fake out on B, but hey, already being hit right now by Renegades. And Rops, Sonny, they're ready and waiting. Renegades not going to be offering too much resistance over there. However, the bomb has waited and stayed in the apartments. It's the fake of the fake.
But it was all on Azza to try and draw something over to let Nifty get that bomb down, and Sonny was on deck, ready to go. That said, though, the Renegades planted in the first round. They've got the buy here. The utility is going to come out, and we'll have to see what they can do for us here up against Mousesports on the bonus round.
Well, Sydney, this is the round that Renegades need your voices. This is the first gun round. Their chance now to open the account on Mirage. Let's hear it.
So then, Renegades with the guns out. See what they choose to do with this round. Heading towards B, taking the mid-control, the smokes quickly, and the flashbangs as well. Ustillo going to be leading the charge. His teammates head towards B, now looking for the first pick, but it's Sonny who comes out on top.
With the FAMAS no less, Ustillo does go down. Still, Renegades have 4 players on the field, but already bleeding a few rounds and not looking so amazing just yet. Mousesports definitely getting the better of it.
So far, that's the case, but Renegades, they slow it down now. They've lost the first player. Do still have a bit of a weapon advantage, and JKS going to get another smoke out towards mid. His teammates in apps just making sure that Mousesports aren't pushing in on them. But for Renegades, they need to find that opening pick here cleanly, and they've got players all around mid looking for them.
Chris J here with a lot of work to do for Mousesports as Renegades all converging in upon his position. The A side being held quite easily right now by Mousesports. No real contest just yet from Renegades, but with 55 seconds left on the clock, Renegades do have some time to work with. They don't need to get too overzealous just yet.
So the play here will be a boost up into window. The bomb's going to rotate back through A main, and they're going to try and find the entry, but Sonny's ready for the boost, and he takes down Azza. 3v5 now for the Renegades. 40 seconds on the clock. Very limited utility to work with as well, and Oscar's close.
Yeah, this push from Oscar giving a lot of information to Mousesports, and even if he does go down, it will be the bomb spotted. Nifty looking to find the entry now, and he'll be able to do that. The headshot comes across. That's an advantage for the Renegades, but still more players to find as the Molotov does come into jungle. Jacob now with all the world on his shoulders, and Sonny will shut him down. What a fantastic round so far for the CTs, and Renegades, they just get completely swept off Mirage.
That's not the start they would have wanted in their first gun. They lose the opening pick in mid. Mousesports retake mid control, and Renegades, they go slowly, but they still can't find what they need. The 1 entry is all they get out of it. 2 kills in total, 3 kills even in 3 rounds. 2 of them on JKS, so it's not been the greatest of starts.
Orp out now for Oscar as well, and that is something that the Renegades are going to have to be aware of. He has had a bit of an up and down tournament, but as the tournament has progressed, he's looked better and better with that weapon. Renegades will need to find a way to deal with that.
Renegades though, 1 smoke, 2 flashes, heading over towards B. It'll be a smoke in, maybe an apps to block off the sight line or somewhere towards sight, maybe even short. The flashbang's over to go along with it. Now we're trying to get the bomb down, but Sticko stands ready, has support from Chris J as well.
Yeah, the information already given over here to Mousesports, and the double nade does so much work. Sticko with a 3-man spray down as Mousesports, they close out another round. Now that one, not anything too crazy for the Renegades, just the pistols. So now we're going to get to see the second gun round now that Renegades will present for us. But so far, really, it's just been the Angels that have been going the way of the Mousesports. Renegades haven't been able to find an entry fag anywhere.
Admittedly, there's only been 2 favorable rounds in that, the pistol and then their first buy. Other than that, they're up against much better guns than what they have, so fair enough. But Mouse have done well to start this one off. Can the Renegades bring it back, though? Nifty's on the AWP, the utility's out. Oscar mollies himself out of mid. The Renegades do kindly smoke it off for him, but they'll have to slow down here. No mid presence. Sneaking in behind the smoke into A main, and look how close Rops is. Full of confidence here on land. Can he shut down the push?
Rops has been having a great tournament so far here at IEM Sydney, and the opening frag once again is going to go the way of Mousesports. Nifty has not checked lower dark, but Ustillo has, and it's a 2-for-2 on the entry. But Sonny still here on the stairs. Could cause some problems for the Renegades. He's been spotted out now, however, and this is the best possibility that Renegades have of picking up a round that we've seen so far.
They'll need to convert this one, though. 3v3, decent post plants established, and some utility still coming out, but Sonny spotted him.
As indeed, Jacob will go down. Nifty now alongside Ustillo to try and hold this one off, but a great shot hit by Chris J, and Ustillo spotted in Firebox as well. Another round on the board here for Mousesports, 5-0, and this is the worst possible start that the Renegades could have hoped for. It allows the CT so much cash in the bank. Look at what they've got, 13,000 for Sonny, over 11,000 for 3 more, and even Oscar's over 6,000. So for the Mousesports right now, they are rolling in cash, and this is a very necessary timeout for the Renegades. They need to settle down.
Need to relax here. They've got the double orb facing them down on Mousesports as well. Oscar upgrading to join Chris J. Well, the other way around as it may be, but either way, for Renegades now, they've had 2 buy rounds. They've lost both. Hasn't started off too well, but let's see if we can get some crowd support behind the Renegades boys here, shall we?
Well, I think they're quite involved right now. The Aussies going out, the Oi Oi Ois as well following. And for the Renegades, again, another very important round. They cannot allow this to continue on forward. Mousesports, if they get to 6, 7, 8, Renegades might start counting themselves out of Mirage and start thinking about Inferno. But this is another opportunity for them to get their foot in the door here in this quarterfinal.
They're facing down a double AWP setup from Mousesports, though. They don't have that much utility to deal with either. The flashbangs are there, but the smokes are not. They've already used everything they had pretty much in taking mid. And Oscar, he's going to find the first pick on Ustillo. There's another player, Sonny, backing him up as well.
Well, the double orb working certainly very well right now for Mousesports, and you can see they have no fear as Chris J pushes on short, and Jacob goes down as well. Immediately at the start of the round, not 30 seconds in, Renegades have only 2 players left alive.
And this is such a fantastic start from Mousesports. They're shutting Renegades out of Mirage here. The double orb doing work in this round. And JKS and Nifty, single flashbang between them, left to try and pick up the tattered remains of the 6th round. And with the bomb down in T-spawn, no map positioning to speak of, and Nifty potentially getting found out by Sonny here. That's not going to go well. Is it all on JKS?
And again, another round in which Renegades are unable to get any damage done to Mousesports. It's another round where the CTs build their economy ever so higher. And for Renegades again, the money is not quite there. They need to go for a pistol armor buy.
I think they might need to pick up, if they want to get past these double orbs, a couple of smokes as well. The flashbangs aren't doing it, and indeed we can see 3 smokes out here now and the flashbangs. So they're going to try and get past those double orbs, get the bomb down, maybe even get a couple kills. But the Mousesports economy right now is not going to be bothered. They're all, well, 3 out of 5 up above 10K, even above 12K. So they're looking very healthy indeed. And the push will be towards B, where Sticko lays in wait. Sonny from short as well, ready to go. The early nade in to do the damage. Renegades need to get this utility out and need to do something with it.
Well, it's possible if they can get in and control this bomb site, they might be able to get the bomb down, and from there, who knows what happens. Although Sticko just completely shutting the door on the Renegades. JKS has other ideas, but it's still only the 1 entry, and the Renegades need far, far more. Just Nifty left alive now, and he's not going to be able to get the bomb down. Again, Oscar with the orb coming in with the goods for Mousesports. And it's been an astonishing display so far from the CT side. Renegades definitely astonished, and they just can't find anything.
And Oscar's had a bit of a quiet start to IEM itself, but he's certainly showing up here in the last few games as well. He's been doing very, very well. So Renegades down 7-0. They will get another buyout here. They've got the AWP on Nifty, but he's had it once and not managed to find anything. And up against the double orb on Mousesports, he needs to be getting some damage across, finding them some picks.
Here's something a little bit different, though, from the Renegades as they set themselves up now for an A execute.
it's only Rops here as well. The sole player on the bomb site. Mousesports putting a lot of emphasis on mid. If there's a smoke for connector or jungle here, all Renegades have to do is kill Rops.
Well, they've managed to do that as well. Azar gets the headshot across, the smokes are down, and that's locking Mousesports out of the site. Let's see if they'll be bold enough to push in through the smokes. The answer is yes. But JKS might have spotted Sonny out there, and it's indeed Azar to close things out. 2 kills for him in this round. His job now is done as he falls to the grave, but the rest need to now step up. Renegades, this is a must-win round.
He still is going to take this fight into CT as well. The second flashbang now coming out, trying to catch out Sticko. But the push has not yet come in. Renegades, though, they've wasted a fair bit of time. The bomb's half-ticked.
Indeed, it's done enough to delay the CTs there. There's not much time left now for Mousesports, and in a 3 versus 3, especially with that Molotov onto the bomb, Mousesports are going to have difficulty closing this round out. JKS, he can't deny the defuse. Yes, indeed, Jacob can. And now just Sticko left alive. There's no time for the defuse, and Renegades will put their first round on the board.
It comes on the back of an A execute when it's only Rops on the bomb site. Renegades, they call the setup perfectly. The entries roll on through, and that's the start the boys needed. It's 1 round against the 7 of Mousesports. Let's have a look at this again from JKM. Denying the bomb plant is so crucial after JKS has gotten off the angle, but he makes it work. And now Renegades, they lose the 7-round loss bonus that they had going on. That's a lot of money that they now no longer have. If they lose this round, potentially they're in a bit of trouble, but they've called the timeout here just to chill out, figure out exactly what they want to do. For Mousesports, the double AWP immediately back out. As we've mentioned, they do have so much money in the bank. They're going to be getting straight back on the buy for quite some time here. And Renegades now need to convert this.
It's a wise decision from Renegades to call a tactical pause right now, as the rest of this half really hinges on this next round. Like you've said, if Renegades go down here, it's Mousesports to run away with it. But this is the chance now for Renegades to come back into this first half, and 7-1, while it's a deficit, it's not the worst that we've ever seen. It is something that you can come back from.
Looks like we've got a brief tech pause here coming in for Renegades, but there's the headset back on, so maybe we're back underway even as I mention it. But for Renegades, on Mouse's map pick, they've not started out so well, down 1-7, but it's better than the 0 rounds that they had against them. So now, see what they can get done here, as hopefully this unpause will be in soon. Mousesports off to a hot one, but this is their map pick, and we've got 3 maps here to go, Jordan, potentially. If Renegades can get themselves towards 5 or 6 rounds on this half, I think that would be a half recovered for them.
Yeah, definitely. 6 rounds would be pretty ideal right now for Renegades when you look at the scoreline. God, JKS, that's what we're hoping for, Tim, at least the Australian fans. I'm certainly not biased in this one at all, as Renegades take on the Mousesports. Look, to be honest, Tim, this is a matchup where, would you have told me like a week ago that you think Renegades could win?
Look, I'm not even sure Renegades would have been, I don't know, like it's tough to call it, they would have been here, but they are here. They've been playing very well. This has really been a tournament where all of the underdog teams, and certainly the APAC teams, have had a good time. So Renegades, I don't think they're out of this yet, as it looks like the issue we've had has been fixed. So hopefully back underway with this very soon.
That would be the dream, wouldn't it? And for Renegades, the dream right now is to get themselves back into this matchup. They don't have too much time left in the half, but there is still a little bit to work with. And for Mousesports, their objective right now is to win this next round.
Well, here we go then. Full buy versus full buy. The Renegades, they're up on the first round win that they needed. Now a chance to get back into this as they get the nades out for the early mid control. Still the double AWP to contend with, and it's been so deadly for Mousesports, but can this be the round for Renegades?
Aggression out from Chris J into middle as well. It still seems as though Mousesports are not too concerned by how things have gone in that last round. They're still quite content as to the proceedings of this matchup, and they are still happy to take those fights against the Renegades.
Oscar's on a deep angle into Apps, but he still obates the shot, forces him out. Sticko's here for backup though, and Oscar's still looking for it. He's going to find the first.
Yeah, Ustilo doesn't have any backup there either, and there was 2 Mousesports players waiting for him. No chance that he was going to be able to get anything done.
He was only on the fake though. The actual push is coming into A where the bomb is committed as well. Renegades have also found the first entry here.
Yeah, JKS the one to do that. A great shot hit by Nifty, and now maybe Renegades starting to come back into this matchup as they get the bomb down once more on the A bomb site. Mousesports looking again for the retake. Why not? They have so much money to play with. Jacob has been flashed into CT. Will lose the aim duel to Rops, but does quite a significant amount of damage. And still in a 3 versus 3. Favorable for the Renegades, particularly looking at the positioning right now of Azar.
Oscar's on a really great rotate as well. He's only just got in here, and Nifty, he needs to hit this shot. It'll be presented. He won't get it. That's the smoke on the bomb.
Time is ticking away right now for Mousesports, though, and while they know there's a couple of players in the CT spawn and the defuse is on, a great shot hit by JKS. They've been shut down in CT, but Azza is still alive, and Robs goes down. The Renegades, they're on 2 in a row.
It comes down to the 1v2, but Azza clutches it out with almost no time left on that bomb. He almost had that one due to time, but he hits the shots required. And that will be Renegades avoiding the reset now. They'll get the money established just a bit. For Mousesports, though, they're straight on the buy, keeping the pressure on.
Straight on the buy indeed, Tim, but look now, things are starting to get a little bit worrisome for the Mousesports economy. It's getting lower and lower, and Renegades are slowly but surely making their way back into this matchup. The hometown heroes, they still have something to play for.
Of course, it's never over until one team wins 16, so early days yet. And of course, the best of 3 on deck. Oscar going to be going for the peek into B apps that he had last round. This time, Nifty's ready, but this is the first time we've seen the direct AWP duel between these two in a situation like this. And Nifty needs to hit this entry.
Well, Nifty is watching the angle right now. It would seem strange to see Chris J, or rather Oscar, go for a push into the apartments at this point. It's too late. The smoke already going down there. Might offer him some ability to go in, but in the end, it just really results in the rotation across from the Mousesports. 3 players on the A bomb site. They've recognized that Renegades have had their success over there and now stacking that side of the map.
Exactly that. They lose 2 rounds on A, and the adjustment for them is 2 players around Palace. Chris J holding connector with the AWP from the site. Sonny with a lot of work to do in mid, as Ustella will get out here with a teammate with the bomb in hand. But Sonny gets rotated over onto the A bomb site, and there is now 4 players here for Mousesports. Renegades, they might just walk into the trap.
Yeah, if they were to go to the B bomb site, it would just be the perfect read for Renegades, but in this case, it does certainly seem like they are rotating across to A and might just hinge on JKS here coming out from Palace. Stico does a little bit of damage over to him, but JKS is going to survive. A little bit of information given there to the Renegades as well, but Sonny now in mid with it all to do on the CT side, and the smoke might just fade favorably right now for Azza. Oh my goodness, Sonny ends up winning that duel. Chris J in the meanwhile, there's trades here for the Renegades, but it might just not be enough. Nifty comes up with 2 very, very crucial frags, and JKS pops out from the Palace. Tim, I have no idea how they've done it, but Renegades have managed to get the bomb down, and they have a player advantage.
The aim duels have come through, and now Oscar, he's been good with the AWP so far, but can he be this good? Renegades are playing very far away positions, and it's Nifty to close it with a 3K.
Well, that's more like it now for the Renegades, 3 in a row. And we're going to see them start to take control of this first half as the eco is broken for Mousesports.
That's exactly it, the pause. I thought it'd be coming through as Mousesports. The bank has been depleted. Renegades have done enough damage here, and while these rounds have been expensive for them, 2 players alive, 1 alive, 2 alive. They've been losing a lot, but at least they're getting the round win across the board, and that's what matters. So they'll force more Mouse onto a force buy, actually. They are going to invest into this. Got a couple rifles out, some pistols together, but Renegades, the guns out, the utility out, everything they need to continue this comeback into Mirage on the T side.
Well, it's been a good comeback so far for the Renegades, but really, 3 rounds in a row, it's good, but it's not 7 rounds in a row, Tim. Mousesports still well and truly in control of this first half. And this force buy is an attempt from them to pull things back in their favor. If Renegades go down here, again, Mousesports will start to run away with the half. So it's really tilting right now on the precipice for Renegades and Mousesports. This round, so critical for both teams.
Mousesports, though, falling back into a default 2-1-2. Spreading out across the bomb sites. They've gone for the stacks the last few rounds, and even though Renegades ran into it, they've still been converting the rounds. So Mousesports will go back to a more default style.
The mission that Renegades now need to accomplish in this round is discovering whether or not there has been a purchase from the Mousesports. They might suspect that there is one. They would have been tracking the economy, but you have no idea really until you see that first shot fired from the CTs.
Exactly that. They've had a double AWP for the last 2 or 3 rounds straight, and Oscar's still managed to pull one out here. That might be something that Renegades aren't expecting, but they do choose to go slowly, which is the correct choice to make on a round where you're not sure of what the opponent's buy is. They don't want to run into an overly dangerous situation, and for now, the bomb's still down in T, having a peek into A. Going to send Azza into mid as well, but the bomb not yet committed anywhere. There'll be smokes out to support Azza 2 by the looks. And we'll see just how Renegades decide to attack this one. They're trying to force Oscar back out of mid here. There's the grenades, so Azza can take some mid control, but again, It's going to be A here for Renegades, and Azza commits too far.
Azza just walks into the crosshair of Oscar. That's the first time he's held that angle so far. And Sonny now with a big job on the A-bomb side. He's traded out by Ustillo, but one might just be enough here for Mousesports. If Rops can get another, or perhaps that player from jungle, it's going to be Rops in fact. JKS trades out Oscar, and into the bomb site go the Renegades, but it has not been clean at all. Just Ustillo left alive now, and the Mousesports, they're back with a vengeance. They've shut down the round of the Renegades. 8-3 now. The Renegades, their money is in all sorts of shambles.
And Mousesports just pulled a double AWP out of that. They had the one they managed to buy for Oscar. They've grabbed Nifties as well. And that is an awful round for Renegades to let slip. Unfortunately for them, Oscar does the initial damage. Sonny does well to trade, and Renegades just can't quite make it work. The A-bomb side has been where they've gone pretty much every round, and they've had mixed success. So really the only rounds they've gone B have been the low buys, have been the ecos. And it's not worked out too well, but now the full pistol's going for the fast waterfall out of Apps, hoping to overwhelm Rops.
Well, let's see what the Renegades can do here just with the pistols. Rops, though, shutting the ball down. 3 kills for him. Just Jacob getting anything on the board there for the Renegades. Bomb might just be planted here, and indeed it is, so it's a successful round there for the Renegades. Although they haven't done too much damage to the economy of Mousesports, they've at least boosted their own for the next round.
Exactly that, and Rops, he's on fire here. I remember seeing a post online a little while ago that was talking about his rise to the top and his rise to Mousesports. And I'm pretty sure it was like less than 2 years ago that he was playing LEM matchmaking.
Yep.
And now he's here. He's insanely good. And admittedly, it's eco frags, but it shows the aim, shows the control that Rops possesses here in the biggest stages, or on the biggest stages. But Renegades, they'll get the guns back up. And for Mousesports, the double AWP continues through. Already having hit 9 rounds on their CT side, they've certainly done enough, but they're showing no signs of slowing down after taking that force buy.
9 rounds now achieved by Mousesports, and that is basically the pass score here on CT Mirage. If you can get any more, you've really won the half quite extensively. So for Renegades, they need the last 3 here to make things quite competitive in the second half. If they get the pistol, then 9 apiece, it's anyone's game. But right now, the objective is to get more, and it's not quite going to happen, although Rops has been shut down by a nice flick from Azza. So maybe I speak too soon as Renegades, once more, make their way onto the A-bomb site.
Azza pushes through, very low on HP, but he's made the space. Clears out CT as well, and for Mousesports, they're coming in from Connector, and that's a shot through the hole in the smoke for Oscar and the AWP. Renegades left in the 3v4, trying to hold on.
Azza with the control of CT spawn might be critical here. Nifty opens up the account for the Renegades, and that's a good start, but still 3 CTs to find, and now he's been smoked off. The grenades to follow up on that one. Nifty surely hurting after it. But Mousesports are taking a lot of time to get now into the bomb site, and Azza, he chooses the right time to strike. He'll be traded, but again, that costs more time for Mousesports. Molotov goes down, so the smoke as well for Mousesports. And this is a crucial kill. Jacob hits it, and he must have won the round now, surely, for the Renegades, with that second kill onto Oscar. 4 up now.
And once again, it's the A play that works out for the home side. Paul's going to come in here for Renegades once again. Not wanting to get too far ahead of themselves when they are taking the wins in these rounds, but at least they're getting them.
It's looking like it's going to be a force buy out here from Mousesports in the next round, as they do call a tactical pause, and we have a look at this Jacob double kill. But that means in the round after, if Renegades do close this out, Mousesports are not going to have a great economy.
They'll be looking good for 6 on the Renegade sides, and that'll be pretty good getting back into their T side, but Mousesports immediately, Oscar onto the AWP. Chris J gets one out as well. This is not a force buy at all, Jordan, in terms of that double AWP.
No, not for the AWP.
So much work for them.
But
they will have Rops limited to the Desert Eagle. Sticko can't get much either unless the gun down for him. Goes for an MP9. So, there's a chance here. Not even a chance here. A good opportunity for Mouse to get back into things, but another brief pause here. I think it's some mic issues for JKS.
Mic or monitor or something, not sure. But at this point, it does give a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of time for us to reset, Tim. Just for you and me personally, because I think we might be getting a little bit excited about how this one is going. For the Renegades as well, it gives them a little bit of time to settle down here. They know that they have the opportunity to come back into this matchup. They're at 9-4. Things aren't looking so amazing right now for them, but they could well turn this into a 9-6 half. And in that case, that would not be so bad.
It wouldn't be. And just to confirm, JKS just said the words, man's mic not hot. So it is indeed a mic issue for him, but hopefully won't take too long. And for Mouse, of course, with this crowd, with us Australians, we've been on the side of Renegades, but we must note that it's been a very, very good half from Mousesports so far. Again, what they'd be wanting on their own map pick, they don't want to be going down here early. But they've got themselves 9. They went up 7-0. That's some zoom in on Ustillo there, but I love it. Nice banners, guys. Love your work.
Yeah, just having a look across at how things have been going so far in the server. Rops currently the one leading the fragging department with 14 kills. He certainly has been leading for the front for Mousesports. JKS, of course, for the Renegades. Been having a great tournament so far, but now is really the time for him to step up. We saw it against FaZe. We saw what the potential was there for the Renegades. We're just waiting to see that again. Maybe that secondary AWP for him in the ZT side. That was quite potent. But here we go.
Pulls it out. But this round, it won't be the case. You're still limited to the Galil. Full utility for all the Renegades, though. And we'll see where they end up. Every round pretty much so far has been onto that A-bomb site once they've had the guns in hand. This time, though, looks like it might be towards B. They'll take some mid-control early, though. Mouse are trying to take it back. They've already got Sonny pushed up. Chris J is locking down the connector line as well. And Mousesports aren't giving Renegades anything in mid.
Yeah, this has been really smart what Mousesports are doing on the CT side. They've been putting a lot of presence in mid and a lot of presence on A, which is where Renegades have predominantly been hitting. We saw at the start of the half, Renegades go towards the B site quite a lot. But now they're hitting A and they're hitting mid. And look at how close Sonny is right now. He's hearing all this information. He's a player with the M4 as well, and he could do damage to Renegades. If this smoke fades favorably for him, Ustillo will go down. The trade attempt now from Jacob, but he's not going to be able to win that duel. And Mousesports, they're going to come away with another round here. Surely in the 2 versus 4 Renegades, they haven't even got the bomb down on the B bomb site, which allows the rotation across for the CTs now. And they have plenty of time to work their way through this retake. Now for Renegades, they need to find those aggressive 1v1s.
And there's only the flashbangs available for the Renegades boys here. Azza might try and find something through this smoke, but with 3 players coming in through short, this is such a hard round for them.
Well, Azza might just be the genius here for Renegades that they need. The first kill goes his way. Chris J fires off a straight AWP shot. It does go all right, and Renegades, well, they're not quite going to be able to find it this time. Azza, he just had too much work to do there. And Mousesports put themselves up to 10 now. That saves their economy for the next round. Renegades, no hope yet of the 9-6 anymore. And even the 10-5 is looking a little bit dangerous now, as their money is not amazing heading into this last round of the half.
Indeed, it is not. And Sonny saving, not even saving Mousesports, just opening and closing the round with those 2 kills, chilling out inside that smoke. Renegades had no idea it was coming, and Mouse, this CT side has looked very good from them so far. The rounds that they've dropped have been in 1v1s, 2v2s. They've not really been cleanly shut out by anything yet from the Renegades, guys. And Sonny is going to continue with this play into mid. Chris J as well. They're not giving Renegades anything in mid. And that's really slowing the plan down for the Australian boys on the T side. They keep trying to take mid so they can use it to split into the bomb sites. And losing 1 or 2 players here pretty much every time has been a big problem for them. Maybe they can find the timing through the underpass and get the kill onto Chris J though.
Possibly, but again, that's not necessarily a position that they're going to be expecting him in. Although, as are very well aware, Ustillo also backs him up. The CZ coming up with the goods now for the Renegades. Sonny under a lot of pressure as the Renegades start to swarm into mid, and he decides he wants none of it. Back into the B bomb site. Oscar, though, spots Azza out. That's not too bad for the Renegades. It's just the CZ down. The AK still alive in Jacob's hands, and the 2 Galils there as well. There's 4 versus 4. JKS here in Palace. A lot of work for him to do.
Particularly with Rops already having cleared out A main. The bomb's coming back over here, and there's 2 players still in mid, so it will be a split. There's Nifty finding a kill, but Sonny instantly on the trade, and still Rops is a danger man.
Ustillo knows the position there of Sonny, but can't quite land the shots he needs. Rops now versus Jacob. This is going to be the duel that decides the round. JKS, he causes a distraction, goes down, but it allows Jacob into the A bomb site now, and that's the bomb. Quite critical for the Renegades. Ustillo spotted out another player in the 2 versus 2. He's dropped down the Molotov to allow the plant here, and Jacob and Ustillo versus Sonny and Sticko.
No utility left for the T side though, and while there's not much for Mousesports either, they've got 2 kits, they've got the time, and Ustillo playing all the way back in mid. He could catch out Sonny here. If he does that, it opens up the round.
It does, and Sonny hasn't quite made too much noise just yet though. Ustillo has heard him. That's going to be a kill for the Renegades. Now a 1 versus 2, and Renegades, they desperately need this round. Now the positioning is given away. Jacob, all he has to do is do the dance of death around the A-bomb site. The Renegades 10-5 at the end of the first half. Will it be enough, Tim? Well, we'll find out in the second half. 10 rounds up for Mousesports in the first half. It was a monstrous half as well by them on the CT side. Renegades, a lot of work to be done now in the second half, but with this home crowd advantage, maybe 5 rounds is just going to be enough.
Maybe, we'll have to see. They do move on to that CT side now, and it's all going to start out with the pistol. Mousesports tore the last one away with a quick flank into B apps, but Renegades, now it's their turn. See just what they can do with it as we're about to get underway here. Let's make some noise for the Renegades!
This round going to be super important now here for the Renegades, not only to get the rounds on the board, but to get the CT economy rolling. And 10-5, they don't want that to turn into 13-5, much rather 10-8 here for the Renegades. Mousesports setting themselves up for an A take with a player over on B, and JKS takes a big shot to start things off. He's going to have to hide away in the CT spawn, and this looks like a retake setup for the Renegades. It's the A bomb site, well and truly in the control of Mousesports right now.
It was a B stack from Renegades, and now they're going to have to fight their way back into it, but that's going to help. Nifty finds the first one. There is a kit available on JChem as well, so they have the time, but the rotation only just starting. They're going to have to get moving here.
Well, Nifty spotted out Sticko there as well in jungle. Somebody needs to dispatch off him because this is going to be hearing all the rotations across for the Renegades. They know, Mousesports knows that there's plenty of CTs coming in from the CT spawn. And not a lot of time left here for Nifty, but he's managed to open things up there onto Chris J. Now just 2 Ts to find. Mousesports, they're dropping like flies, and Renegades might just be able to close out the pistol round here. It's all on to Oscar. He denies the defuse. That's going to win the round for Mousesports.
Oh no, there was 2 players body blocking, and still he manages to find the one crucial player. Renegades, they had that round in the bag, and it's stolen from them. Oh dearie me. Mousesports, they take 11. If they can win the anti-ecos, get through the gun rounds, they can look to push it to 13, maybe 14. Renegades, that was a round they had in the bag that they so crucially, desperately needed. But it's not going to work. So for them now, their hopes rest on CZ. It's a gun that certainly can deliver big things, but can it deliver enough? There's a scout on Ustello as well. Triple Galil, 2 Mac-10s out for Mousesports. Bunch of util as well. 3 players in the mid for Renegades to try and shut down Sticko here, but they're going to need more than just the 1 kill.
Yeah, these pistols are certainly going to have to deliver those big things for the Renegades. The clock is now ticking as Mousesports start off the first half with a good pistol round, and Renegades, their time is short here on Mirage. Hasn't been a performance that the Renegades would have wanted so far, but never say never. There is always a chance that they can come back into this one, and Ustello could be a big proponent of that. Hasn't had the greatest of games so far, sitting at 4 and 15, but he has been very good at IEM Sydney so far for the Renegades. So maybe it's time to awaken the sleeping beast. Ustello, though, is going to be completely shut down there by Chris J. As is able to trade out, though. It's a 4 versus 4.
The push out instantly into mid from Renegades as well to try and catch someone from Mouse retreating. They won't quite get the timing, but at least they have the info that mid's open. However, Az is going to overextend and catch a bullet in the face from Chris J, his second of the round, and now the B-bomb site. Open and looking to be taken by Mousesports.
Yep, completely open here. Jacob, though, does manage to get rid of Oscar, and Sticko might have just made a little bit too much noise. No, he has not. Jacob, no idea. JKS, neither. And it's just Nifty now. He gets a kill onto the player with the bomb, but there's still heaps of time for Mousesports. The round does end with a T-side victory. Renegades, this one has to be a full eco out for them. They have to allow it to go to 13. It's a bit of pill to swallow, but it must be done.
Sticko with 3 kills on that Mac-10 as well, gives him a lot of money. He even manages to save a Galil out of it. But Renegades, they'll have to take a USP buy, as you said, and this is sharp from Sticko. It's against an eco, but it's Mac-10 frags, and that's always a feel-good moment for the T-side. For Renegades, looks to be a mid-stack from them. Jump out into the window, get the good old firing squad going. This might just catch Oscar off guard, and indeed it will. Let's start.
Well, that's a little bit interesting from the Renegades, something that we see every now and then, but not all too often. Mousesports, they react quite well accordingly, though. They recognize 5 players in mid. Means there's no one on either bomb site. The A1 is the option of choice for Mousesports, and they walk freely in. Sicko just doing a bit of stat padding here. Has to pull out the USP. He's run out of ammo. But the headshot is more than enough to deal with JKS. And now Azza just has the Mac-10 here. Best case scenario, really, for Renegades is that he can farm up a bit of cash.
Not much hope for him hanging out inside Palace, though. So Mouse, they'll be getting towards that 13th round. Azza is coming in, trying to do some damage as someone runs away, maybe. But I think he's just missed his timing. Sticko's still watching it. The spray will come through for a 4K. on that, or anti-eco. Mouse now on 13. Renegades can buy. The Orp's going to come out for Nifty. But they've been pretty quiet so far here. Renegades on this map. They have a long way to go to get back into this, but it's not over yet. If they can get this gun round, then maybe that's the start.
You're exactly right, Tim. It's almost do or die right now for the Renegades, but here is their first gun round of the CT side. Let's see what they can do as they make their way into round number 19. Mousesports spreading out across the map. Renegades answering in kind.
The Orb from Nifty not holding mid directly, instead going through short. And Oscar, that's so aggressive, straight into the B-bomb side. Finds the first and the second, cracks it open. Renegades already shut down.
This is bad news, Tim. If Oscar's going to be playing like that, heading into map 2, which we, at least I feel like, going to see very shortly, Renegades are going to need to do some serious thinking between now and the next 15 to 20 minutes, unless they can manage to come back into this map, but their time is almost over. This is 14 up on the board for Mousesports. Renegades, they need to save these 3 guns through.
They get destroyed by Oscar and immediately call the save. It's something that they need for their economy as well. They've got 4 players on $0, in fact. It's only Azza with barely any money to speak of, so they need these guns. All 3 of them, if they can get them. And while Sonny is on the hunt, I don't think he'll be pushing far enough to find the Renegades, so at least these guns are safe. But as a whole, Renegades are not on Mirage. It's been so good for Mouse in the past. It continues to be now, as it's Oscar opening and closing the round. Sonny using the sound of the bomb to master ladder, trying to find an exit kill, but he won't get it. So 14-5, Renegades. Ustillo and Nifty got destroyed last round. The money is barely there. It's got to be pistols, if anything. And Mousesports looking very dominant on Mirage.
Absolutely, and this is a chance now for Mousesports to go deep in this tournament, although, unfortunately for them, they're going to be going up against Astralis if they do end up beating Renegades here, and we've already seen how that one goes. It's a tough road ahead for both of these 2 teams, but this is the first step on it. As Mousesports now put 14 up on the board, aggression in mid from Renegades, and it's not going to work out. Yes, it is, actually. I've spoken too soon, Tim. JKS and Azza, they find a 2-for-1 trade. It's good, but is it good enough to allow Renegades to come into this round? They have dropped the bomb in mid, and that is a big advantage.
That's what I was about to say. Not only have they found 2 frags, they've also found the bombs. So Mousesports now have to play retake on mid of all places, which is quite difficult, and Ustillo is waiting for Chris J. The other Mousesports players, one coming into mid, one in A main. They need to try and find a pick on one bomb site here before they move anywhere, and Ustillo spotted out Chris J here.
Nifty as well has spotted out Chris J, and that is going to be an easy frag for him. Oscar now going to try and find something here in mid with the Orp. This is not a round that Renegades can afford to rest on their laurels in. Even though it is a 2 versus 4, it's still very much winnable for Mousesports. Nifty could well shut it down, though. If he gets this kill onto Oscar, that will be the round, surely. No, though.
God.
Oscar hits an amazing shot. Nifty goes down. And this might be the beginning of the end for the Renegades. 40 seconds on the clock for Mousesports to work with.
Oscar's just too aware, but as up, he'll be hearing all of this in top mid right now, and while he can't afford to commit to that push, he at least has the info. It will be short, though, for Mousesports, heading into B, and Ustillo, a big job in his hands.
With the Galil in hand, he's going to be dancing around that B bomb site, waiting for Mousesports to progress up, trying to find as much free damage as possible, allowing the rotates to come across for the Renegades, and he's bought almost enough time. Azza can't quite land the shots. He needs this grenade to do the damage, and it has. The bomb goes down. Now just Rops with 10 seconds on the clock. There should be no way that he finds an opportunity to be able to win this round, considering the push from Jacob. That will deny the bomb plan, and Renegades will put 6 on the board.
They managed to grab an AWP back as well. That can go into Nifty's hands, but Oscar, oh so dangerous all the time. Nearly makes it work for Mousesports, but Renegades finally, the push into mid works, the flank works. Even though Azza does miss the spray, he gets it with the grenade. And this could be the beginning of the comeback, but of course, it's far too early to call for Mousesports. Double MAC-10, double rifle, single AWP. So there's a chance now for Renegades. They've all got full head armor, so those MAC-10s won't be super dangerous. Normally, CTs don't buy head armor, but that's going to be the fast B play now. Maybe the SMGs can work.
A rush into B, the incendiary down early from Ustillo. It's good work from him, and that does slow things down for Mousesports. Exactly what Renegades needed. Mousesports, they still just want to roll over Renegades here on Mirage and deny any momentum heading into map number 2. But right now, Renegades are giving them some pause for thought, as Mousesports have to back off and think twice.
The rotation now coming out from Mousesports back over to the A-bomb site, leaving Oscar to go a bit slower, see if he can find a pick, some damage. but he will be going to join them eventually. Nifty's here in CT, but he's looking at Palace, not a ramp. That said, in a 5v3, Renegades have more than enough players to be ready for this. That said, it will be only Nifty playing the contact. It's a retake setup on the A bomb site. This might just get the bomb down for Mousesports if they continue to push out.
With the player in mid as well for Mousesports, there is potential to shut down the rotation if Azza decides to go toward connector. Nifty, oh my goodness me, what a shot that was! Chris J goes down, a great flick from Nifty. And we need to see some more of that for the Renegades if they come back or if they attempt to come back into Mirage.
Oscar immediately gives himself away in mid with the grenades. Azza does miss the opportunity that he's given, but he'll call it out to his teammates. And now 2v5, Oscar still going insane.
It's the Orcs doing the work for both teams right now, but Renegades had too many players alive. And another one for them as they slowly but surely encroach in on that scoreline that Mousesports have presented. 14-7. Renegades, they still have Mount Everest to climb, really.
I think they might have downgraded it to like a K2, something like that, a slightly smaller mountain. We're working on it. But as you say, now, even with these few rounds they've been able to string together, while it has been 2 straight, they've got the pair. They're only at half of Mouse's score on that T side. And for Mouse, they've got another buyout here. Decent guns. The Galil, I should say, out for Chris J. He's a bit limited, but Renegades, they know that mid control is lost. They know that window has been taken away from them. So they've got a player on short, two players, in fact, in connector, ready for what Mouse are trying to do. And they've actually brought the bomb back as well. Renegades, this could work out for them.
Still a lot of time to play with, though, for Mousesports. No need to do anything rash, but Renegade, they do have a pretty good read on this right now. As Mousesports try to continue and push their way through mid. What is the option here for them? There is a player rotating around through the apartments, or close to it, for Mousesports, and another one over towards the A bomb site. So still plenty of options right now for the T side.
But it looks like there might just be a bit of a cheeky push from JKS if he continues here. Sonny's going to be sneaking around this smoke, though, and this will be the play that opens the round for either team. This entry around connector, very important for both sides. And Renegades, they've just rotated out of it. They've missed the timing.
Yeah, but they still have 4 on A, and that looks to be where Mousesports is headed. With 40 seconds on the clock, they could still go to B. But right now, Renegades have read the play correctly. Flash out here from JKS. Sonny and Chris J look to go through the smoke. In the end, Azza will be the first to fall here. It is a Renegade's death, but still chances. JKS gets demolished by Chris J, and Nifty now trying to hold on strong. But look at that, there's someone hiding in the firebox. Jacob might just come up big here for the Renegades. Can't quite deny the bomb plant, but looking for Sonny. He knows exactly where he is, and the one tap comes out. Now Rops next on the chopping block, but the chopping block fights back, and Nifty can't quite land the shot for the trade. Renegades now 2 versus 3 to try and retake this bomb site. It's not possible, surely, here, Tim, for Justillo. He'll go down as well to Rops. And Mousesports put 15 on the board. They put map point up to the Renegades.
I want to give credit to the one brave Mousesports fan that I just heard cheering. I swear it was one person. Whoever you are, kudos. You're in a very hostile environment. But it is Mousesports on 15. Renegades taking attack pause. Their final attack pause. They've used all 4 now, and it could be the last chance they have. Their money is good enough that they can pass out some guns, but it's not fabulous. And Mousesports on their own map pick. They started off 7-0. They get the 9-6 at the half, or 10-5 even. And from there, it's been only 2 that Renegades have been able to get. That was 2 on a trot, but Mouse have been too good. We'll have to see what the buy is going to be here for Renegades. The double orb comes out. There's the JKS secondary orb. It was effective in groups. What can it do here, though?
Well, we saw it against FaZe, and it was quite magical indeed. Really was a big proponent of the success for the Renegades, but is it going to be enough here? On the CT side, they need 8 in a row to equalize and push us through to overtime. It's a tall order, but for Renegades, it starts now here in round 23.
Ooh, JKS smoking to the Molotov, looking for the first kill in mid, but the spam coming through, and the smokes up on short will deny him for now. So Renegades, they wanted the first pick, and there is 3 players up in mid that they could be finding, but they'll have to slow it down. And Oscar's up on top of the boxes, trying to peek around and spot out this AWP. This is a double stack in ladder room, though. This is something that Mousesports should not be expecting. So if they go short, which that smoke does indicate that they might do, this could work out very well for the Renegades, but Mouse still haven't committed to anything. They've taken mid, and they want to see what else they can find.
Yeah, well, could very well work out nicely for Mousesports as well. Azza here, the ladder room only has the UMP.
this is going to be on Ustilo to trade. There should be a flashbang in. Here it comes from Oscar. There'll be the flash in. Sticko will entry, and this trade has to come out from Ustilo.
Well, even better if Azza just managed to find the kill. In fact, Ustilo goes down. Azza gets the trade. That's an AK for Azza, but player lost for the Renegades. It's more harmful on the CT side than on the T. The push out, though, through A main into T spawn. Gives a bit of information over here to the Renegades.
Jacob now knows that at least there's no one in A main, and he is looking for that push in Palace, but the bomb is on the rotate. Oscar on the run. J-Cam, for now, he's got the timing.
Nifty as well, pushed very aggressively here into the apartment, and he legs Oscar there. Has the USP out here, but he has to get out of the apartment, or he has to get at least back towards some more safety and wait for the rotation across here from Jacob. He can't buy enough time. Oscar's been spotted, and Jacob can't quite catch up to him. He's still holding his shots. He's holding his shots there, and Azza, oh, that's a critical kill. There's actually only 7 seconds left on the timer. Jacob might just be able to shut this one down, or in fact, JKS, no. Oh my dear. Rops is at the back. And now it's a 1 versus 2. Jacob to try and clutch it out here and keep Renegades alive in map 1. He's decided the AWP is the weapon of choice, but they know his positioning. And it's all fallen apart here now for the Renegades. All relies on the individual play, and it's not quite going to come across. 16-7 up there for the Mousesports as they close out map 1. The villains proving successful here in IEM Sydney. We'll head to a break and find out how map 2 goes in a sec.
What's up, bitches?
The guy's out.